And we are back at it again, I guess. Now, we need to figure out what to do here. Our army is alright, they just need to replenish a bit. Our economy is fantastic by this point in time, and overall our lands are prospering apart from Bam down here. We might need to send this army down there actually before we go to war with the Parthians. It will take 3 or 4 turns, and I don't think that's worth it actually. In that case, I think what we need to do is muster an army down here so we can deal with the rebels. The garrison is kind of weak actually, but that's how it is. We have 2 generals in our own land here, in our core province, and we don't really need that. So let's see here, who can we afford to get rid of? You, Lupus. Let's get rid of you. You could actually be upgraded as well, so yeah, it's fine that we get rid of you. You will stay in our capital, and then we are gonna organize a new army down here. And we're not gonna go for Decimus Junius Brutus because he's from our own political family, and we are still considered tyrants, so that would just make that entire situation worse. Instead, we're gonna go for the Persia family here with growth and food. We'll just have to make sure that this army here is renamed Lucius Plautius Potitus. What a weird ass name. I mean, I guess you could say the same about my name, of course. But damn, that's weird. Oh. They actually attack us here in our fort. And although we could fight it, I really want those replenishments. So let's disengage, fall back. They are not going to pursue us. Actually, one of the armies moves backwards, which is great for us. Our diplomat has been betrayed this time. That's bad. Seemingly without reason, the plebs claim that they are paying too much tax. I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. I live in Denmark, so yeah, I know the feeling. Across the city, work slowly grinds to a halt as they demand the taxes be lowered. The situation cannot persist. And you know what? Because I am a shitty ass ruler, I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna increase the taxes even more. Just fuck you. Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for that. We completed a mission, increased in research, or finished another bunch of research. So let's see here. How many more tiers do we need to complete before we've finished all of tier 1? We need this one here. And then that's the last from tier 1. I don't know why, I always like just finishing all of the tier 1 research and then moving up to tier 2, completing all of that, and then going on to tier 3. Well, of course, we have already gone into tier 2 over here, but I think it's such a funny little thing. It's a minor rule that will encourage you to do that, and that's just going to be a good thing for you. Makes the campaign a bit more exciting, spice it up a bit. We can actually deal with the rebels right away. Let's go aggressive, and hopefully we can take them down. Okay, they are gonna escape, which means we won't be able to actually take them out. We can't deal with all those units unless we hire some mercenaries to join in this offensive. This way we can get rid of them. There we go, and we really need to get rid of these rebels because we can't afford to lose Bam. Because Bam is the settlement that links us together with the Bactrians so we can trade with them. And losing that would just be devastating for us. Now, you increased in rank here, so you are gonna go this route here, the one that we usually go through. You're gonna become a garrison army and be the keepers of peace, further encouraging growth, or, well, public order. Then you're gonna disband the units this time, and then you can sit inside the town. Try to make them happy. Hopefully they won't rebel now. You progress even further. Next turn you might actually be able to attack. Well, in 2 turns. Unless we are in winter, so maybe next turn actually.
How may I serve?
There is a possibility.
Unseen.
They have an army right there. Oh my god. The Pawnee nobles. This army here specifically makes me hesitate about going to war with the Parthians. Because our army, although we could, perhaps, elephants are gonna be useless. We could deal with them. So many cataphracts, so many horse archers. Maybe we should have built an army that specializes in dealing with those kinds of units. We don't even have the capability to actually build the proper things out here, or muster the proper units. But overall, our empire looks fine. I think they actually didn't take Antioch. They got repelled. But now the Ptolemaic Egypt, they are moving to counterattack. Let's try to take advantage of the situation here and deal with our small friends, the Attilas, before it gets too late, because I want this army to move against the Seleucids before they get completely wiped out, that is. Is this the same map as the one where we fought them the last time? It might be, actually. Never mind. We are gonna form up like this, and it should be fine. We're not gonna make any fancy tactics here, we're just gonna form up in a decent line. The last time we made any fancy tactics, for instance against the Seleucids, we almost died. So let's keep it simple and effective, let's move out. So I might have made a slight mistake in my own personal life, and by saying that I mean not at all, it's totally fine, it's actually kinda good. But I've been hooked on Assassin's Creed Odyssey again. I've played it before, and I am one of the few people, I know it's quite a controversial game, but I just love Greek history and RPG games. And I'm just hooked on that game once again, and I just love it. I have already acquired the Platinum Trophy, completing all the different tasks, so I have completed it entirely, 100% before. But like this time I'm just going through it, trying to roleplay and enjoy the story. Like whenever I'm getting to a city, I try to dismount and then just simply walk through the city, try to get fully immersed inside the town, feeling like I'm part of this Greek world. It's utterly amazing. And also I had this weird ass experience, or this funny idea, because I haven't gotten that far in the game just yet. I was in Phokis, right around the Temple of Delphi, or the Oracle of Delphi, and I had to move through a specific area to get to like this cove or something. And on the road there, I was riding there, I had a few, well, let's say, I have done some bad things by that point in time, so I had had a bounty on me, that is. And I was trying to get through this area here, and then I find this massive fort right in the middle of the road, and I can't get around it without, or I can't get through without either going around, which I didn't want to because they would like break my immersion a bit, or then I would have to go through the fort itself. So I decided to wait for the night, like you can do that in the game, and then I tried to sneak my way through the fortress, just to, while I was going through the fort, mercenaries arrived hunting me down, and I'm just suddenly, right before I get out of the gatehouse, I'm just getting attacked from all sides, and I just run for the hills. It's so fucking funny. And it's just, I'm mentioning this because I am considering making like an Agent's Tale kind of video, where you kinda mix together the mechanics of the Total War Rome 2 with the mechanics of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, while you're focusing on this specific agent that can be part of an army or just moving around the campaign by doing specific tasks, and then at some points in the story just go fully deep into like the character's perspective, where you are basically the Assassin's Creed characters from Odyssey, and then try to act like they're the same person. It's a quirky idea, but I think it could be kind of fun. It's just a concept though, and I haven't really decided whether I want to go through with the idea yet or not. But it's a thing that I'm considering, and I think it's just so funny. I just thought I might mention it here just to hear what you guys have to say about that. Because I think it could be a fun idea to make such a campaign, but it will take time, of course, to make. Not to forget all the different details I need to figure out. What should the story be about? Is it actually going to be entertaining? Stuff like that. Doesn't make sense that we have all these various perspectives. I think it would be a good idea. I've also thought about doing it with like Mountain Blade Bannerlord, but I don't own the game. And it's not really like part of my priorities to buy Assassin's Creed, not Assassin's Creed Bannerlord, simply because there are other games I would prefer to own before that. It would be more beneficial for the channel. For instance, we have like the Assyrian campaign that I've made on my main channel that people tend to like, and I've heard a lot of people asking me to make that a mega campaign, which I would have loved to have done, but for two reasons I can't. One is I don't own all of the games, of course. I don't own Crusader Kings 3 or any of the Crusader Kings games. I do own Crusader Kings 2, but that's because it's free, of course. And that would just... I don't think that would be like the proper way to showcase the game. Another reason why I can't make the Assyrian campaign a mega campaign is because I've already finished the campaign. I finished the entire campaign in like one sitting because I had so much fun with it. And then I later on decided to just make it into a video. I tend to record all my games that I play on my own, just in case I want to make a cool video out of it. And I honestly should have done that with the Assassin's Creed story as well, because I feel like that could have been such a cool campaign, or such a cool like story to make, just the Assassin's Creed story alone, the way I am role-playing it, because there's so many weird and funny ways that I'm looking through the game, or looking at the game, that could just make such a brilliant story. But that's not really going to be the case anymore. But I would love to hear your thoughts on whether I should make like that campaign tale or that agent's tale story or something like that. Whatever that concept should end up being like. What are you doing in combat? I'm completely out of focus here. I'm just doing random shit. You guys are also moving in close now. Don't do that. I guess because I can just talk nonsense throughout this battle here, it just tells you how, well, nonchalant I am about this battle here. It's like, it doesn't really matter, and Tillers, they aren't really a huge threat in this battle here, and we are basically just wiping them out. They are not really going to be an issue. Another thing that I've just realized here yesterday, I saw one of the Terminator's videos about the future of Total War, I believe it's called. Or the future of Creative Assembly or something. And in that video, I saw that Creative Assembly, they apparently have made a statement about how the Blood and Gore DLC will be part of all the future games they make. Which I just find to be brilliant. Like, the fact that they are finally going through with that we've been asking for ages is just amazing. It's a game changer, really, in many ways. They do admit it will increase, like, the age rating or something. But, like, who cares about the age rating? Call of Duty is, like, one of the most successful game franchises in the world. And, like, they have a game rating of 18 plus, I believe. So it makes total sense for me that they're finally doing this. Everyone knew it was just a scam to begin with. They took money for the Blood and Gore DLC. But although I am extremely happy and excited for this change, I'm also kind of fearful. Because although I am usually a kind of positive guy and tend to always have look on the bright side with all things that happens in my life, I tend to, at least, I do kind of fear Creative Assembly making positive changes, because I have a feeling that this might turn out to be for the worse for the Total War franchise overall. Like in the Blood and Gore DLCs, you have these new unique combat effects, but the new animations and such. Well, at least in some of the games they have. That just makes the game, or enhance the gameplay experience and all that. But I fear, like they even also have bloody rivers where you can actually see the river itself getting red with blood. At least in Total War Troy you have that. But I feel like if they start to make that part of the actual game experience itself, they might stop to innovate on that, on battle mechanics again, and then just simply try to look for ways to cut down the experience, just keep the same animations that they had in the base game to begin with, but just with red particles moving around here and there. So I'm kind of fearful for that. It'll just be that they will just go cheap on us, basically. Now, I just went on a rant there, I guess. Let's see, what do we need to do here? Now that we have stabilized this land somewhat, we should probably build a temple again. Shrine of Jupiter. Actually, no, we're gonna go for a Shrine of Minerva for the research rate. Because this land here is going to be kind of isolated and we can't really build anything down here. So we might just get the most out of it, like research. Mada is also looking very good at the moment. They're expanding rapidly. I would like to build or expand Ekbatana before we expand like Fraspa over here. Because I want an aqueduct so we can get rid of this squalor down here. Can we like encourage growth even further? That will lower growth. That will lower growth as well. Bread and games will increase growth. And you know what? Let's go for that. It will lower our tax rate, of course, but I think it's gonna be worth it. We need the growth. Growth, growth, growth. And you are slowly being Romanized, so that's good as well. Once you become, once Latin culture becomes the dominant culture down here, we're gonna change this one here to bread and games as well, so we can get more growth down here too. It will of course lower our food, take away from our food surplus, but we are building a lot of food down here in Mesopotamia. So I am hopeful. Edict issued, good, and actually it turns out we still have a lot of income. So it didn't really change all that much. It changed, like it took away 600 gold from this province here. The fact they changed their edict. But overall we still we're still making quite a lot. I think it's probably because of this land down here. We can also start to upgrade these the provincial capitals and like the settlement building chain. But we're probably gonna wait on that. Over here, do they have another army even over here? I wonder. They do. This one is much more... It's less scary, I guess. This is the main threat for us. With that said, we'll probably try to get up there and then attack them first. Because I just don't want to fight them on the field, that's all. We could also, of course, take them on at Susia and then hope they will attack us there. But I fear that they might attack us with two armies.
Ready for battle. On the move.
This situation over here is weird. I'm really scared of this army here. I mean, I really am. We've had some incredible battles already at Ekbatana, for instance, or at Raga. But this army here, it scares me a lot. It's just the horse archers that scare me, and the cataphracts that will be immensely terrifying and hard to kill. We have the Chiari, of course, that will be able to deal with most of them, if they manage to survive. That's what I fear. The horse archers, they will just probably focus them down and make sure that they can't do anything. So let's just stay put for that over there for now. Just take obstacles instead. How to solve this, of course, we don't need to worry about this land here. This should fall. Let's... We could actually... Yeah, let's loot the settlement.
Commander,
We have many buildings or many projects that could use the gold. Let's just convert that, and then repair that. And then we need to keep progressing here. Okay, let's build that up as well. I will not build that actually. Let's go over to this region. Let's build the... It was... Which one was it again? It was the mine shaft, deep mine shaft, and then silver mine complex. Right? Yeah, it's the silver mine complex. So it's this one. This will give us public order per turn, sanitation in all provinces worldwide, and wealth from all sources actually. Let's upgrade that as well. And then
we hunger for battle.
I think we need to go for this. I think we need to. I really think, I do honestly believe that we need
Get to work.
the food. And that's what we need these provinces for, these regions for, to get more food. We can't afford to just sit idly by. Because the more we upgrade these settlement buildings here, the less food we're gonna have. Down here we're just gonna go for like the resource buildings instead of actually going down the proper route of economy, I guess. Because we can't really do anything down here, so let's just get the resources while we can. We can also upgrade the Temple of Minerva over here. But we are going to sit idly by. Over here, I know I mentioned how we built this temple here for, well, what's it called? Role-playing purposes. But if you really want to min-max this game here and just make the most efficient region possible, you should probably go for the Temple of Vulcan over here. I was just about to say Hephaestus or something, but that's the Greek version, of course. Because the Temple of Vulcan will give you plus 20% wealth from industry, and actually a lot more than that, 40% to be exact, if you build it to its fullest potential. But down through the Shrine of Jupiter, you can actually get the Pantheon, which is what I want, because it's just such a cool building. Plus 25 public order per turn. This land will never rebel in that case. But for that, you need a lot of research. Actually, quite a lot, actually. So that's not going to be a thing for quite a while.
Ready for battle.
Now, it seems like another development has happened over here. Pontus. Or not Pontus. What? Epirus. They have moved up through Illyria now and own all of this as well. They're expanding even further. They're getting more powerful by the second. I wonder if they're still at war with Carthage. Because then they might end up going to war with one another. Or what about Lucas, actually? Are you at war with them? You're at war with us? You are at war with Lucas, so you might actually end up taking over all of Italy. You are at war with Carthage as well. So are you at war with Massalia too, so you'll probably take them down soon. You're also at war with Celts and Gauls. But you are allied, or at least friendly towards Lucas. Okay, we have another conflict of the orders chain here, but I didn't see what happened once we increased the taxes. Or maybe I just missed that entirely. Whatever. Rumor has it that a patrician senator regularly dips his fingers into the city's tax revenue in order to enrich himself. Soon after, the plebs rise in anger and gather at the forum. We must act quickly. This is kind of funny. We're gonna speak in favor of the senator. Because that's the wrong thing to do, I would imagine. And I'm gonna have some fun here. Hopefully it's gonna be good. And Patea, they're trespassing on us. That's fine. They're not gonna do anything. They're too weak. We are gonna attack over here. We're gonna go through with this. They had the allies of Dahi, actually. That could actually end up becoming an issue. Let's attack. I am gonna onshore the settlement here. It would be way better for us to simply occupy this, or simply fight this out manually so we don't take this many casualties that we're gonna do. Yeah, look at this, we take quite a bit of casualties. But I just really want the land. Let's destroy that, and convert that. Maybe we will be able to hold the land, actually. Although I doubt it. I'm gonna get rid of you two guys and buy 2 proper cataphracts this time. Again, so now we have 4 cataphracts in this army here. Now this army is truly powerful. But we have a lot of gold, actually, and is this part... Does this have anything to do with that? Plus 3% wealth from all commerce in all regions. That might have something to do with that. That will increase taxes, or well, our income throughout the nation. Egypt are about to take Antioch. So we won't be able to get there in time then. That's a bit sad. What can you do? Let's get rid of the rebels. They're not our rebels, but they're just annoying as hell. And let's sit here and just wait out a few turns. Probably go back down here. You go into patrol stance and then you can just sit there. Turn off taxes as well, because we don't really need anything from your land at the moment. Let's go back to Ekbatana and let's upgrade this here. We don't really need this to be a left and right building anymore that I was planning to begin with. Let's go down the economy route, which is the allied capital, so let's go for that. And then we could also upgrade this here, the farming town over here. But this should probably be converted to a marketplace. Actually, no, I'm going to go for a civil settlement because it will increase wealth from all sources. It will lower banditry as well. And yeah, it's just better focused for our, well, buildings here, because the other one here, the market one, will give us bonuses to like commerce and all that. But we don't have any commerce, not really at least. I believe. Yeah, it's all industry now, so we don't need that other thing. Let's go for industry. Commerce is probably the better route to go through over here. Go for over here in this province. Maybe if you want like a proper economy, but I always find that to be a bit overkill. Your public order is deteriorating massively now, which is a shame. This nomadic culture is also improving down there. Let's send you out to organize games then, just to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand. It is that one. It's actually incredible that we are losing public order in so many places, mainly because of slaves, of course. But we are like so low on our tax rate that it shouldn't really be an issue. I'm going to turn it down to the lowest of the low now, just so we can try to stabilize a bit. Extremopoulos, you're going to be a left and right colony for now, because I have a feeling that we can't hold them over here. So let's start fortifying this land here, and maybe we should be prepared to build up another army down here. Just so we can go up and help deal with this enemy that we have just acquired ourselves. They would like a peace agreement, but I just want one more settlement before we can do that. Yeah, here we go. The battle that I expected, and you probably did as well. Now it's gonna be a bit difficult to see if we can manage to survive this here. We have a Triari, they are kind of strong. So our skirmishes, let's just go into the battle here. But this is gonna be rough. So you might have realized this by now, but basically I tend to make the worst possible decisions just simply because I feel like it's the most entertaining for myself to do. I don't really care about getting the best outcome of the game, being as powerful as possible. All I really care about is just having fun. And getting into these weird situations where you barely survive. Such as situations like this one here, where we just might end up getting overrun by cataphracts, I guess. What do we have left that we can put into position? We can put you right there. I'm putting all of these guys into defensive formation because they are gonna fire a lot of arrows at us, and we need to survive that. Can we put down some of these spike traps? We can put down a few, but some of them might actually end up hurting us as well. I think it's gonna be fine. I didn't put down the fire pit, or the fire pit trap, but that's simply because I don't really know how to use it properly. It's kind of funny, I've played this game for over 2,000 hours, but I still don't know how to use a fucking spike trap. Or not spike trap, the fire pit. We're gonna allow them to get as close as possible, and then we can use our javelins. Also, we have our trebuchets, of course, and just hammer them down. But they just need to get slightly closer before we can actually do anything over there. They are pushing on all sides, mainly over here though, and the middle, which is fine. Of course, we put down our crit space over here, where we don't have any proper units that can deal with this. A slight error from my side, but now we have cataphracts coming in over here, so we can't really move around with our triari. But hopefully our javelins will help out here and deal with them. Maybe we will be fine, actually. And yeah, they are moving down through this route here as well, so yeah, we can't do anything over there. Get you guys over here to help out, to close these gaps here that will form. Those guys actually getting destroyed. You guys should probably turn, so you can focus down these guys over here. At the same time, you guys will just focus down that general, actually. He's right there. These guys are actually wavering now, so hunt them down. General, move forward. You guys can just fire at someone. They actually routed, so let's bring you guys up here to this battle. The front line again. Cataphracts, get over here now. Elephant should actually help out over here. You might be useful. Bring you guys over here now. Can you move through here? No, you can't. There's a massive wall there. This is actually kind of nice. Well, but this building here is kind of destroyed. But you know what I mean. Bring you guys over there, try to get out. Then we can perhaps flank around like this. Yeah, take them on. There we go. You can charge in over there. That general is gone, and our Velites, they're out of ammunition, so fall back. General, move forward. These guys are taking a lot of damage now. We might actually be completely fine. I don't know why I was worried at all. Can we have like a decent shot here? And I missed. Let's try again. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Try again. Missed again. Please work out. Oh, unlucky. They went their back. This will hit as well. Nah, no, it didn't. This will. Yeah, there we go. Good. I will leave that to the professionals. Actually, you guys, I was just about to chase them down, but that's going to be a bad idea because these guys are Dahi noble cavalry. We can't have them down, especially not with cataphracts or elephants. So bring them back inside. You guys fall over there. You guys can try to get out and help. General, you can use your abilities. And yeah, it looks like we are winning this here now. A bunch of their units have routed, or at least waver. Starting to waver. And where are you going? Where are you going, actually? Are you going over here? You might be. Cataphracts, get ready to intercept. Maybe you can actually flank around. No, no, don't do that because there are traps there. Some of the cavalry have started to charge in now because they are out of ammunition, I guess. Let's see if we can hunt them down now, get out of formation, and start charging out. These are actually noblemen as well, so we should be able to catch them. And they're not gonna run away, right? Yeah, there we go. Great, great, great. There's a slight... Oh, what the fuck? Get back here. I did not mean for you to get all the way up there. There we go, they're gone now, so let's deal with the last cavalry unit over here on this side.
Romans ready for duty.
Decisive victory even. We lost almost 500 men, but they lost well over their army, and that's all I could ask for. So we actually dealt with that army kinda easily, and we're just gonna ransom the captives. We don't need to worry too much about them here. Okay, so you are actually attacking Dura now. With these units here. You know what, just take it. We're gonna counterattack next turn. So annoying, man. Okay, the plebs on the verge of heading to Monseca. As they did in the old days. Only the speeches of a few patricians bring sense to the crowd. Later, these very same patricians claim that you definitely lack governmental skills. Despite the substantial funds flowing into the treasury. Okay, so this one here is us increasing the taxes, of course. So we have conspiring patricians now, and we have a grumbling pleb. So it was by far the worst choice possible. And now you know why you shouldn't increase taxes once your population is complaining about taxation already. Because then this happens here. It just gets so much worse. Of course, you defend nicer, so we can't really take it right away. We're gonna have to wait it out, at least for a few turns. You can't get down here and attack, so that's good. Let's sit right here for now. No, let's actually sit inside the town. We're gonna go for... Which one? Increase upkeep. It's that one, or lower upkeep, I mean. That's that one. We can increase that one, and then also maybe go for like that one. In terms of skills, you are gonna go for military conscriptor for now, and also some public order, and might as well go for unwavering patriot again. Susia, can we get anything good from this here apart from commerce income? No, so we're not gonna build this, although it might be very good for us. It's not gonna be that important for the buildings or the province we try to build over here. So we're gonna avoid actually using it as such. The fact that we have silk here makes me consider making this into like a proper commerce and region as well. But we just really need the food and we need somewhere to build it. Let's get down here, take back Dura, because fuck you guys for taking it at all. And please just stop existing. Simply occupy the town. There we go. They're gone now, and now we need to build all of this again. Up here, let's go for grain pits. And we might get a rebellion up there. Same for down here. Let's turn off taxes. There we go. And we have a bit of gold that we can't spend. But the question is where? Probably at Susa. Upgrade this to get more research. Our research rate is actually amazing when you consider how many of these buildings we have. We have like 2 archives, right? No, we only have 1 actually. Kind of forgot we made this into a slave trader. But actually, can we can't build that just yet. We need this one here. This is probably what we're gonna go for next in terms of research. Finish off the economy tier so we can get more food actually. Yeah, we really need to go down this route here. I'm actually considering just directly going for this here seed selection so we can get all the, well, food buildings available. So we can just build them whenever we want to. Get all of that unlocked. But I'm also considering maybe we should start trading with you guys, or well, try to acquire this resource here so we can get that slave the trained slave resource, so we can build our own, or well, not build, upgrade our own slave trader to tier 3, because you need trained slaves to build that tier 3. And then you will have them for yourself, so you don't need to worry about trading with any other faction again, basically. Research complete, so now we've completed all of the tier 1 research, and everything is good. Another conflict of the orders. Your speech gives a broader perspective on to both plebs and patricians on the man in question and his virtues, both real and imaginary. In the end, however, the mob seethes with rage at the hypocrisy. Once the day is over, several patricians congratulate you, assuring you that you have done what is best for Rome. So we have quite a bit of public order issues throughout the nation, I would imagine, because of our last few events here, our last few decisions. So maybe we're gonna get a rebellion or 3.
At your command.
Guess we'll have to find out. Let's see, you guys, before we send you outside of this province here, let's give you some
Soldiering.
Astarte,
Good life.
actually some scorpions. No, not really, because you're fixed, so that's not gonna be good. Let's do this, and that, this, and here. We might actually stop taxing you, although you are giving us a lot of gold, and we kind of need that. You know what? I know I said I would first convert this edict here to like the Baron Games once we had full Latin culture, but we are kind of in need of public order down here, so let's just go for it right away. Over here,
Ready for battle.
we're gonna get a rebellion up there, like next turn, so let's bring you up there
You have further orders.
to make sure they don't take the settlement right away. Antiochia, they have been liberated, so let's start trading with you if possible.
Greetings, my friend.
We
You have
can't,
my ear
for some
your
reason.
speech, and if it
That's fine. We are dependable once again, so yeah, we shouldn't really worry too much about any issues on that front. And I am considering going for peace with Parthia now, just because I'm worried that they will attack us again and we might get overwhelmed. But we could also just try to attack them now. This army here won't be able to get down here, I believe.
We hunger for battle.
But if we move like up here
Ready. Your next command.
to the border and then go into fortified stance,
Get to work.
then next turn we will be able to take Nysa as long as this army stays over here. Because if we take Nysa and then assign peace with them, it's gonna be all good for us. We don't need to worry about them anymore. Now, economy, I was going for the common currency down here to increase our tariff and getting all those beautiful buildings, basically. We could also go for land reclamation, but no. Don't want to. On here, everything looks good. Oh my god, you are struggling as well. From the events, I guess. And as you can see here, we are finally going down in our, well, dominion over the government, basically. We are no longer considered tyrants. We are now overly influential in the Senate, which is about the peak of where you... It's like the limit to where you want to be. This is sustainable. You can be nice and happy here. I would prefer to be respected in the Senate. Although a balanced influence in the Senate is also quite good. But I prefer respected in the Senate. Just for the morale to all armies. And the fact that you have upkeep costs and such. Yeah, I think that's better. But once you get down to, well, down here it's not gonna be worth it anymore. We could also consider reforming the Republic and starting doing some of this shit here. We're still far away from becoming an empire, right? Yeah, quite far away actually. So we're not gonna worry about that. Research. Anything we can build or should build. I mean, probably, but we're not gonna. I'm considering sending you out here as well with reinforcements. Just some javelins or something to help out. But I think we're gonna stick to what we have over there. Petra, let's upgrade you because we have the gold for it. We could also save it up. But where's the fun in that, right? So the Boreans declare war on us now. That's to be expected, I guess. What can we do? Rebellion at Thapsacus and possibly one in Mesopotamia as well. Unless we can avoid it by organizing games over there. Get rid of these rebels immediately if possible. There they are. And send them down. Get rid of them. And by the way, I know you can speed up these animations by like pressing the space like that. But I am a man of immersion and I really love the slower pace of a campaign. I like to take my time, just ease through it. I'm playing these games for enjoyment, not to like complete this game as fast as possible. It's not a challenge anymore. I've played this game for ages. So if you ever really want me to like just fast speed up this campaign here a bit, it's not gonna happen. I'm trying to have fun, enjoy myself, and just simply relax. I mean, there are some cases where I am considering the pace of the campaign, like I don't want to move back and forth from side to side all the time. But like, sometimes, for the majority of the time at least, it's not gonna be all that hectic. Let's see here, I am gonna... We can't actually reach you, so we need to move forward. How far can you go actually? You can get all the way up here. But not in range to actually attack us if we stay right there, right? We can get up there, and that might be in range. Let's just fall back slightly. Like there. Fortify as well. And that should be fine. I don't think you'll be able to reinforce in that battle over there. You can't move around and then attack, so that's fine. Why did you have to declare war on us? I think we're gonna acquire an agent down here, just some random agent, and then send you down to keep an eye out on the situation. That's also why we are sending down this army over here now. We're not gonna send reinforcements to Susia and this war over here. We need reinforcements. We're gonna build a cattle farm over here, so we get more food, of course. And our food station is actually looking kind of decent. We're gonna build or finish the fishmonger over here soon. I think we're gonna keep sending out characters to organize games, because we have a lot of regions that need that. Palmyra, for instance. But also Susia, I just saw. Do that, and then send you out to Persia. There we go, now you are at least somewhat happy again. It helps with the edict, I imagine.
Ready for orders.
We could actually go for some archers over here. That would help out. But once again, I don't think it's worth it. Let's try to sabotage this army here so they can't really move that far. Failed. But we can make another attempt. Let's try it once again. Probably fail again. Yeah, of course. Agents tend to fail in this campaign, or in DI. It is how it is. It is what it is, man. Tell us, would you like peace with us? No, you would not. What about Dahi? Would you like peace?
Be welcome.
You would actually.
If you come in peace.
Let's bring you out of this war.
If you come with false words, dripping,
There we go.
my appetite.
That should be fine. They gave us a bit of gold as well, and I think we're gonna keep this gold here. We're not gonna spend it right away. Okay, never mind. I just saw this. Raga. We can make you into a trade hub. Let's do that right away. Okay. What's going on over here? So they are trying to counterattack, but in doing so, they're also abandoning their own capital.
Ready for battle.
Now, how willing are you to accept peace? very willing actually. So I think we're gonna attack Nysa,
Laying siege to the settlement.
capture it with no resolve, and then we might be able to get peace right away and avoid them attacking us. Which is exactly what I'm hoping for.
Orders.
Let's take the town. Parthia.
You have my attention.
Yes, you would like peace. You won't become a client state of ours. That's fine.
For those, pain
Let's
is the reward.
accept trade for like, or peace for like 1,000. There we go. We are completely untrustworthy again. But we own the land now that we so desire.
There is no
There we go. Oh, warhorse buildings. I have completely forgot you actually give us wealth from agriculture. So all those Susia over here give us, well, silk and all that. And that's encourage you towards a commerce build. Nysa actually also makes it so that you could consider just building farms here as well. So I don't think it's all that bad that we have built farms here anymore. Should be fine. None of these buildings here actually encourage agriculture, right? No, I don't think so. Their king was just about to attack, but he won't do it anymore. We have made peace with the Parthians, and we've acquired the land. This is as far east as we want to go. So now all we need to do is push west, and we probably need to start declaring war on some of our former allies, or at least friendly states like the country up here, who have actually grown kind of powerful. Interesting. We also need to go to war with Egypt at some point. And that's like the two main factions in our way. Then we have all these minor states in the middle, and then we have our main enemies from a long time ago. What's going on here? Up here? The Scythians, they're moving into Dacia. Exciting times. Of course, we still have the Indians down here more, yeah? We can't see their army. So maybe, I'm hoping that that's because they don't have any armies, and that the Bactrians are dealing with them quite effectively. They have two armies moving south. So maybe we don't need to worry about the situation down here, but we're going to send down an army nevertheless. Suffering attrition on the way. That's how it goes, I guess. Once again, we need to switch territory because rebellions are imminent. Provincial instability is partly to blame for this. Same for events and cultural differences. What about up here? Yeah, it's the same. We can't build another army over here right now. We can't just yet. But maybe we need to. But what character should we get rid of? Probably you. You're not needed over here now that we have this army down here. So we need a character down here, for instance, like Lupin. You can get back in here. We'll hand over some of the units to this guy. You can get the Roman units and the Babylonian units as well. Also the Persian units. Then Rala, you can move north. And then you can stay up there. You just need to get outside the town, upgrade yourself, and that should be fine. Patrol for now. We're not going to get a rebellion down here anymore. But that because that might be another story entirely. Let's embezzle some gold again and send you out to Syria to organize games. So, well, we are going to get a rebellion no matter what, apparently. So, that's just too bad, I guess. So, we have a slave revolt at Seleucia, but as we already know and have experienced before, slave revolts, they are not really to be we don't need to worry about them. They're gonna destroy themselves, and we're gonna be fine no matter what. The Navi have been destroyed, but they're so far away we don't really care. They're back, or Pokemon, they have declared war on the Morians now. That's odd. even for the AI. The war is all the way down here, and it's Pergamon who decides to go to war. Are they trying to like gain a favor with us or something? I mean, it might work, but that's weird. That's actually very weird. Very, very weird. Let's get rid of these guys here.
Advance.
Hunt them down.
Kill them all.
And now we have two smaller armies trying to patrol the lands out here.
March. At ease, men.
And that should be fine for now, at least. For the time being, it's a short-term solution. We've also acquired the ability to perform night battles with this guy here. And I think we're also going to go for depleting their morale by quite a bit, actually. Minus 50 morale for all enemy armies, enemy units, once they fight against Durala here, so he will be a very powerful general, especially with night battles, actually.
At your command. March and take.
But we're patrolling these lands here, and they should be fine. We're not going to expect any rebellions down there. Let's see. Nicer. You look nice over here. What about the Warhorse resource? We can get some improvements on our cavalry overall. Go for some livestock or just overall wealth. Or actually a lot of wealth from agriculture and growth per turn as well. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go for the Warhorse pastures then. I think with all these buildings we have now, we should have more than enough to, well, handle the food situation. Especially if we upgrade this as well, the farming settlement at Carter. We don't need to upgrade that just yet, although we could use the textiles. I think I am gonna... Well, I'm considering upgrading that at least, but not yet.
Ready for order.
Bring you down here.
Is that all?
Patrol the land. Can we convert you just yet? Not yet, actually. Never mind. But we don't really need this building down here anymore. Our economy is so strong that we don't need the 500 additional gold. The minus 12 to banditry is nice, as well as the replenishment, of course. But we could use other things down here. For instance, something that will help with our public order would be nice. So Sparta, they want peace with us now. And you know what? For the simple reason that they have never actually harmed us in any way, shape or form. They just declared war on us because they probably were coerced to or something. I am gonna accept this peace terms. We could probably extort some gold from this here, but I don't want to. I think it's fine. Okay, the slave revolt, they actually attack now. But they have so many archers and all these weak ass units, so I think we're gonna have to fight this battle here. Defend Seleucia. But I think we also need to do that in the next episode. So you better go watch that next then.